Good afternoon, everyone. I, Sakshi Narayan, Assistant Professor of IIMT College of Management, is here to present a session on angel investment and venture capitalist funding opportunities for the early stage entrepreneurs. Before starting the session, I would like to tell you that what all topics we are going to cover here. We are going to cover the angel investor, what are the venture capital, stages of funding, that how they are providing you a fund, comparison between the angel investor and the venture capital, also how to begin a startup, how to build a strategic financial management, set right selection of the investors and terms and conditions of the investments which are required, which everyone should know. So now let's start the session. Before knowing what is angel investor, let me tell you, angel investor is a person, you can say a business person who has developed or who has earned some money from himself, but now what he is doing, he is investing the money, he is giving the money to the new entrepreneurs just to tell them that okay, you are having a very good idea, innovative idea which can flourish in the market, which can help the economy to grow up. So now as an angel investor, I am investing my money in your startup, in your business. The entrepreneurs which are having a blooming ideas, innovative ideas, they come up with the funds, they don't have funds but they come up with the ideas and the investors help them out as a support team to grow and to flourish the market. Angel investors are generally a single persons. They are not in the mutuals, they are the single owners of the investment fund, or you can say the fund providers. They are also known as the fundraisers, fund investors, angel investors and seed investors. Why we call them seed investors? The main reason behind this is that they are investing or they are giving you the money at the early stage. When the time you are starting your business, you are just having an idea that I want to establish my business, I have this idea, I don't have funds, but when anyone is going to help me out with the funds, I can flourish in the market, and this idea is going to help the economy of the country also. So at the starting, very initial stage, when the fund is provided by any investor, that is also known as angel investor, or you can say seed investor. Further, if we talk about the venture capital, who is venture capitalist? Venture capitalists are the group of a person, or you can say a pool of a persons who are investing money in the startups or in the upcoming businesses or the growing businesses through the entrepreneurs, so that they can come up with some revenue generated in the market, they can come up with the sales generated in the market, and they can also help the economy to grow further in the future. Like if I am having any business idea, I know that I have a little amount of money, I can just start up with my business. I cannot go for the longer run, only for a short run I can go with my idea and with the fund or money which I am having. For that reason, venture capitalists are the persons or the pool of a group or a pool, you can say, of a persons who are investing in your company. Venture capitalists also have a strong management. It has a strong management team along with the potential market, because they know where are the equities can be generated. They know where the company can invest more, or they can diversify, at what step they can diversify the business, and they can generate more and more funds, more and more income. Comparison to the angel investors, where they are having only a set source of income, because there is only a single person. Now let's further discuss what are the stages of funding. What are the stages? At what stage the companies are growing up? The first stage, second stage, third stage, and the further. So let's have a look. The stages of venture capitalist financing or the funding, we can say. First is the seed stage. What do you mean by seed? Seed, if we put a seed in a soil, what is it? Nothing. It's just a small beans, you can say, we are putting in the soil. It has not to do anything with the growth of the plant or the growth of the tree. But when the seed is being put, inside the seed, there are so many things, so many nourishment, so many proteins are there, which help the seed to grow, to expand with the help of the soil. Just taking an example of a plant. If I am putting up seed in a soil, seed initially having a nutrition, proteins, whatever the minerals are required to grow inside it. When we are putting in a soil are the venture capitalists, you can say. They are helping the seed to grow further. They are providing the funds, that means they are providing the resources like water, minerals, external growth, whatever the seed is required. Slowly and steadily, seed started bursting out and it flourished like a plant. When it is becoming a plant, that means we are coming at the third stage. The venture capitalists, they are helping out more and more by providing other minerals. They are providing the food resources. They are helping the plant to stay strong in the soil, in front of the wind, thunderstorm, or in front of the sunshine, or in any situation. They are helping out the seed or the plant to stay steady at their own places. Later on, the plant grows up and become a tree. That means they are coming at the expansion stage. The plants start to become a tree with the different branches they are having. They are not just going in a straight form, they are having a different diversified branches. They are having fruits on them. In that stage also, venture capitalists provide you a fund, but with a limited source of fund. In initial, they provide you a huge amount of fund, but now they are providing the limited source of fund. That means the soil is giving you a support to stand and further grow, but they are not helping you out much, because now you are a tree. Now you can expand yourself, you can diversify yourself. When the tree becomes at the end stage of the life, when the tree is about the end, at that moment the soil also gives some support and try to exit from there. That means when the tree is almost grown up, there is no chances of further growing, then the tree start to fall, or it is about to fall. At that moment, soil slowly and steadily remove the grabs or remove the support from the tree, so that the tree can easily fall down whenever it has to take place. That is the role of the venture capitalist, how they are helping us out to grow a business or to start a new business for the entrepreneurs. At first stage, they are providing you a handsome amount of funds, through which they are just checking you out that what innovative idea you have, how you are going to flourish them, what ideas are there which can bloom in the economy or which cannot be go for the longer run. Based on your ideas, they are providing you the funds. At second stage, that is startup. Now they know that your ideas are good, they can come up with some more innovative things in the economy, they can help the country GDP, so they will invest more and more in your business. First stage, now the company has started to generate revenue. The income, the other source of income is also generated. That means if you had come up with the idea of any production department and you had produced your final goods and sold in the market, then from that whatever the revenue is just generating, it is a source of income which you are getting at the stage first. From this stage onwards, venture capitalists start slowing down or start to invest with a lower amount of their capital, because they know now the company is almost in a stage, it's coming in a stage that where it can start earning revenue, start earning the income. Expansion. Now the company already has a platform that yes, I am here, I can only I am in the market, no one else is there as a competitor in the market with me. I can make out more products in the market, I can sell out more products in the market with new innovative ideas, and also I can diversify in different sectors. Not only if I am going in FMCG, it is compulsory that I have to go in that sector. I can go in the retail also, I can go in the pharmaceutical also. Wherever we want, we can expand or we can diversify. With the help of diversification, venture capitalists just keep a hold that okay, now the company is in a stage that it can grow further, it can diversify accordingly, according to the requirements. So the venture capitalists start investing lesser amount in the company. When the lesser amount is invested, that means the venture capitalist is now getting or trying to get the investment amount, the profit from the investment which is being invested in the early stage. At the end, when the stage 5, that is the bridge stage comes, Now the time comes when the venture capitalist is about to exit. Exit means now the company has gone in such a stage that it can give profit, it can do CSR, it can do returns to the investors, whosoever has invested. Similarly, venture capitalists try to get profit of their investments, whatever they had invested, they try to get it back, and then further they start to grow. Now, we had come to know about the venture capital and the angel investor. Let's know what is the difference between them, because these two parties both are having same objective. Objective to provide funds to the startups, provide funds to the new entrepreneurs, provide funds at the early stage of the business that it is going to start. Now let's see, who are they? Venture capitalists are the professional managed public or private firm. They are the persons or pool of the group which are professionals who are investing the money in the firm. Angel investor is a single person, individual investor, who often successful a businessman. He was at some time of stage or at some time of the duration of the experience, he was a successful businessman, and now he is going to invest his money or give his money to the further entrepreneurs so that they can start their new business. Limit of investments, 1 million to 5 million under the venture capitalist. Venture capitalist can pay you or can give you 1 million to 5 million. Angel investor can give you 25 lakh to 10 crore, not more than that, because he is a single person investor. What stages they use to provide you fund? Venture capitalists provide at the growing startup, and angel investor provide you at the early stage. That means when you are coming up with your ideas, the next step is when you are going to start your business in the market, you are going to step in the market. At that moment, whatever the fund you require, angel investor and venture capitalist provide you. Money or fund, venture capitalist pools money from the insurance company, funds, foundations and corporations to make an investment. And angel investor use their own money to make the investment. So when we are talking about the venture capitalists, why they go for a longer run? Because the reason is that they are the pools, or they are taking the investment from the market, investment market, insurance market, or the corporations. They are earning their money and they are providing it further for the new investment or the new startups. But angel investors is the single person who is using his own money, his own income to provide a growth to the entrepreneurs. Focus, the venture capitalists focus on the sales oriented, that how much sales you are generating, how much revenue you are going to generate from the market. And angel investor focus on the return specific, that if he has invested 25 lakh, in return how much we are going to give you as a interest. If he has invested 10 crore, how much interest you are going to give him as a return. Now investment, in what kind of companies venture capitalists and angel investors are interested to invest in? Venture capitalists, they generally invest in the biotechnology, medical services, communications, electronic components, software companies. And when angel investors, they invest in the venture capitalist undertaking having turnover of less than 25 crore. Now, venture capitalists are investing in the new ideas and the companies which are coming up with the new technologies, new innovations, new communications. Angel investors is investing in the companies which are already provided by or already having a support from the venture capitalist funding, so that they can invest in that company and can have a safer return at the end. Risk, yes, both venture capitalist and angel investor has a high risk. We cannot say it's a low risk or the medium risk. Suppose if you are investing 10 crore rupees in a company and you are not getting 50% of that amount in a return, that means you are putting your money in a high risk stage. You don't have any authority to say that if I had invested, you have to give me in any condition, because when the company is not flourishing, how you can ask from entrepreneurs or from the startups to give you in return? Just taking some examples. under the venture capitalist, India Quotient, which is founded by Anand Luina and Madhukar Sinha. They are the persons who has started the venture capitalist named India Quotient, and they have invested in the companies like ShareChat, Sugar Cosmetics and IM Jobs. Similarly, there is a person, Teruhide Sato, who has started or founded a company, BNext. BNext company has invested in the Citrus Pay, which is now acquired by the Phone Pay, Bharat Pay, No Broker and Survive. If we see under angel investor, who are they? Kunal Shah, who is a founder of Cred. Cred, we all know, it is a payment app for the credit cards and the debit cards. So Kunal Shah has invested their money as an angel investor in Shiprocket and Resorpay. Anupam Mittal, who is the founder of Shadi.com, he has invested as an angel investor in Rapido and Big Basket. There are many more in the line who has invested their money, their earnings in some other companies, and they have started companies from a scratch to a big brand name nowadays. Now this was that what are the angel investor and venture capitalists and how they are going to help us out to start a business. But have you ever thought how to begin a new startup or how to begin a new business? It is only and only possible when we are having an innovative ideas. New innovations, new ideas are very important to come up in the market and to work on them. If we are having some ideas which are going to flourish in the market and we are not using it at the right time, that means we are lacking it behind. We should use our brains. The new generations, the new minds are there. They are having much and much ideas with the new innovative technologies and the techniques which we cannot think of for the further generation or for the further growth. So I would ask the new generations from the new minds, nurture minds, that please come up with your ideas for the innovation of the country, for the innovation of your career and for the successful growth in your future. So now let's see how to build a startup. Before building a startup, you should build a strategic financial management. Now what is strategic financial management? Have you ever thought? We are talking about the financial management, that we should manage our funds, we should manage our budget. If our parents are giving a pocket money of 100 rupees, we should invest in, or we should keep that 100 rupees in such a budget, classified in such a budget that it can be used further. But how? Whatever the decisions we are making to invest the invest or use the 100 rupees which is given by our parents, that idea is known as strategic. That strategic idea we use to plan out the financial management. Strategic idea or the strategic financial management plays a vital role in shaping the strategy of the success. Beyond the traditional accounting functions, startups require a approach of financial management that aligns with the unique challenges and the opportunities to build up your financial management. Now, how to build? First step, establish clear financial goal. Make yourself clear what you are going to do in the market when you are going to start a business. What startup, what idea you have, how much money you are going to earn. Are you thinking of just earning up 5 to 10 lakhs in a year, or you are going to think of the 50 or 60 crores, or you are thinking of to earn millions and billions from your business? How you are going to set up? You have to be clear with the specific and the measurable financial goals so that your business can run further. Implement robust budgeting. Now what do you mean by budgeting? Budgeting means how we can use a sufficient amount or the static amount in such a proper way that it could grow further. We could not lag behind that, okay, I cannot do this part of work because I am having a short of finance. I cannot do or I cannot invest or cannot purchase this accessories for my business because I am lacking short of finance. So budgeting means strategically using your money and investing there from where you can get a good return. So when we are talking about the implement robust budgeting, that means develop a detailed budget, consider all the operational expenses and revenues and contingent plans. Whatever plans you have, accordingly you develop your business and your revenues, and your plans should go accordingly. Also, review and update the budget to reflect changes in the business. If we say we are starting a business in the year of 2018 or 2019, and now if we think of that same business, will it further go? No, because in mid of the session there was the stage of corona. Who has thought of the corona, that coronavirus will come and it will ask us or it will make us to stop or keep our hands back from the businesses? No one has thought. But the pharmaceutical companies has overcome that situation. What they had started, when the person was in the need, when the beneficiaries or when the customers or the patients were in a need of the medicines, they came up with the ideas of online medicine to provide it online with the help of Apollo 24/7, MedApp or whatever the MG1. These are the apps through which they are providing the medicines to the customers according to the prescriptions which are prescribed by the doctors. So what medical line or what the health line has started, they started having online consultations of the doctors with the patients through the video call. According to the situations, whatever the circumstances or whatever the diseases the patient is having, doctor prescribes the medicines. Based on those prescriptions, these companies, Apollo, MG1, TEDMAC, they check the prescription and they provide the medicines at to your doorstep. You need not to go out of from the home. You are just sitting at home giving the prescription or ordering your medicines according to the requirement. So this is, you can say, how the budget and how the life has changed. Next is cash flow management. Now, if there is a source of income, we are getting a source income from one source and we are just giving it out or putting it out, investing it somewhere in a single way, that will it be helpful? No. We need to get a multiple source of income so that we can invest in one company, and only investing in one area or in one company will also not work. It should be in diversified. Like we used to say, investment in mutual funds. What does it mean? We are investing the money in a diversified pool. We are investing the money in diversified investment line so that we can get a revenue or we can get an income from the very good, in a very good amount, in a very handful amount. That is why prioritize the cash flow investment by ensuring the healthy financial payment. Also negotiate favorable payment terms with the suppliers and the customers' payment. So from wherever you are getting the source of income, it should be in a diversified, in a negotiable way, and wherever you are investing, it should also be in a very specific, in a diversified field. It should not be like when you are investing in the market, you are not getting a return whatever you are expected to be. So keep a diversified field and invest it according to the situation of the market. Next, risk assessment and mitigation. Now, what do you mean by risk assessment? It means whatever the risk is coming in your life, whatever the risk is coming when you are starting a business, it should be eventually mitigated or evaluated or be solved by the time. If I am starting a business, I know my business has started in 2019. It was flourishing around, but Corona came and it has stopped my business. It was being asked to have a quarantine. You cannot go business out for a business. You cannot go out to earn your bread. So I need to just diversify my mind. I need to change my mind that how should I run my business so that whatever the hurdle, whatever the situation or circumstances are coming to stop my business, it could be eased off. For example, earlier we were having the coaching institutions for some specific PCB, the sciences student used to have IT coachings, or doctors used to have, medical students used to have that Akash coaching or the medical coachings. Even the schools were going offline, everyone has to go to the school or the institute to attend the classes. But the situation of Corona has changed the side of education. They had told us, not necessary if the students are not coming to school, not necessary if the students are not coming to the coaching institute. Still also you can provide them the education. How? With the help of online classes, with the help of Zoom meetings, Google Meet, you can provide them classes online. Just ask the students to get attached with your laptop or the system or the mobile, and then they can attend the classes and they can make their career fruitful. Even the schools and education line can make the educations fruitful and approachable to the students, those who are not able to attend the classes and those who are restricted because of this quarantine situations. So these are the things which are helping them out to sort out their risk. Scenario planning. Now what does it mean? It is a conduct of scenario analysis to prepare a various economic situation, develop contingency plans for potential disruptions such as market, downturns or unexpected expenses. Whatever the scenario you are having, if you had planned that I have to first invest here, then I have to go further, then I have to go further, and there is a situation that in between you cannot move from third stage to fourth stage, at that moment you should be clear that if there is some hurdle which will stop me from going further, I have other alternative options which help me out to move on. I am not going to stop at that moment. Next is investment strategy. Now, it's not necessary to invest in single way. It is not necessary to invest in a single market. It is being said, if you are investing, you are thinking of investment, you are thinking of the growth, be diversified. Invest in different markets, equity market, share market, capital market, so that you can earn, if one market is down, you can earn the income from the other markets. Or if the market is not down, market is going in a slow and steady way, you can have a good amount of earning as a return. Now let's move further. After building a strategic financial planning, let's talk about how to select the investor. We know about the angel investor, we know about the venture capitalist, but who is the right person to choose? Who is going to invest in my company? Who is going to further see that, okay, whatever I am doing, my business idea is there, it is going to flourish in the market, it is going to help the economy of the country. So for that, select the right investors. How? With the help of vision. If your vision is clear, whatever the idea you are taking in your mind to start a business, if your vision is clear, your mission is clear, it is easy for you to choose the investor. Like, if I am starting a business in apparels, you can say, if I am starting a business in apparels and I know that the person, there are the list of 50 investors. Among 50 investors, there are the 25 venture capitalists and 25 angel investors. Among those, there are the few persons or the few investors, those who are going to help me in the apparel business, to start my business as a apparel industry or for the that garments industry. So when we are talking about that, then my vision should be clear. Okay, if I am starting apparel, from where I am going to get my raw materials, where will be my production line, where is my supply market or the target market, which season we are going to start with, which season is coming off, and we should be ready with the new trends and new ideas. According to those, when my mission, my thoughts, it's clear, only then investors are ready to approach you. And then only investors will listen to you and they will be agreed to, okay, now I am ready to invest in your market. Second is financial alignment. Now, when you are going to ask the investor to invest in your company, before that, just ask the investor, what is your experience? How much you can invest? What is your exit strategy? If you are investing this much amount, then in return, how much interest you want? if you are not able to get any penny from the market, and if I fail, what is your strategy or what is your plan of action? Are you going to help me further if I take a short break and then again start my business? Or when I started my business and it struck in my mind, okay, I am going with the apparel for the summer trends, why don't I go with the winter trends or the rainy season trends? Will you be helping me in diversification also? So this financial alignment, that how much and what amount the financial investors are going to invest in your company, it should be crystal clear. Values. Now what values you have? If you had set up your values, your disciplines, your rules and regulations, then no one is going to violate it. Like if I set up that I have to start my business in the apparels, and I want to make a target of 1000 apparels in a day or 1000 apparels in a week, then the target should be achieved. It should not be, okay, I am not interested in doing the production work, I am not interested in doing further things, I cannot move further. So we are not just going to violate our rules and regulations or the values which we had defined. Final thoughts. When you are setting your company, establishing your company, now you are asking the investor, yes, let's go together, let's walk hand in hand and start the business. Then the final thought comes in mind, whether this person is going to be the long lasting. I hope that person, that investor is not going to leave my hand in the mid of this session of the entrepreneurship or my startup business. That person is not going to say, okay, after a few days, I am sorry, I cannot invest in your company, it's going too long, or the return which I will get, it will take a longer run. So that all the things, all the points should be crystal clear with the investors, whether it's the angel investor or whether that person is the venture capitalist. Now there are certain terms and conditions of the investment for startups. Now what are those terms and conditions? When you have innovative ideas, you should be clear with your mind and then start investment. First is, investment should be in the line with overall financial goals. Your financial goals should be clear. If you are investing 1 crore in the market, in return you should earn 2 crore or more than 2 crores in return from the market as a revenue. If your financial ideas are clear, that whatever you are investing, you want to earn more than that, only then you should start or think of the investment in the market and start a new business. One should have a clear understanding of the risk involved. Whatever risk is coming, you should be clear about that. You should be also aware that if these situations are coming, how I am going to cope. Like I already told you about the corona time. When the corona time came, no one was aware that these situations, these 2 years are going to be a bound for the businesses, for the companies. They are not going to flourish. But there are companies, for some enterprises or the entrepreneurs, they came up with some new innovation ideas and they started growing their business. So you should be crystal clear that whatever the risk is there, you have to challenge them, you have to overcome them to run your company and your enterprise. Make sure to have a diversified investment portfolio. You are not going to focus only on a single thing. If you are having a coaching institute, you are just not going to provide a coaching or the tuitions online to the students. You can also provide seminars, conduct seminars for them, provide them some webinars, arrange some speakers online from national and international boundaries, and provide them and guide your students for the future. Motivate them with some speakers, those who are from industry areas, those who are having a good command on those specific fields. Understand the valuation of the startup. When you had started a company with your own innovation ideas, with your own innovative thoughts, with your energy, with your strength, then don't let it go like this. You should have a clear valuation that how I am going to start, from where I have to start, from where to get the investment, from where to get some source of manpower, from where to start our production line. All the lines should be crystal clear in your mind. Have a clear exit strategy. When investor is there in your company, he is investing a handful amount in your company as an investment person, then the exit plan, exit strategy should be clear. It should not be like when the angel investor has invested and he is asking you to take over your company, then you are giving your whole charge of the company to the angel investor. Or if the venture capitalist has invested in your company and at the mid of the session or at the mid of your stage of your company, he is saying that, okay, I am now backing off, I am now stepping back from the investment, I cannot invest further. It should not be done that. He should he should provide you funds, give you support till that time the company requires. Get everything in written. Whatever the plans you are making, whatever the strategies you are making, whatever the fund sources are coming, whatever the investors like venture capitalists or the angel investors are making the plans with you, it should all be documented. Documentation is very required so that in further future no one can deny that whatever the strategies has been decided in earlier, it's now violated, it's now not being followed. Consult with the financial advisor. Now the time has come to have two financial advisors with you. First financial advisor used to be your angel investors or the venture capitalist who tells you at the starting time or the start of your company. Now when your company has already started, it's going on further, flourishing further, now the time has come that you should have a support of the second financial advisor also, so that you can have both the hands in your mind and further you can grow or further you can change your company, you can diversify your ideas according to that. So with this session, I would like to encourage the student, or I would like to students to come up with the new innovative ideas, come up with the encouraging ideas so that you can start your own business, you can flourish the market, help the economy to grow further. The GDP of the country or the economy of the country depends on the new concerns which are coming with the new and flourishing ideas. Thank you. For the further instructions, for the further consultation, you can contact me. Thank you.